Hello guys, today on Bushflyer RC we have a thing everyone should do to their cool warbirds if you like warbirds. Like, I kind of like warbirds if you ask me. I have two of them and they kind of look more cooler and fly a little better, but what you have to do to make your plane look like it just flown off the, like, you just got out of protecting some B-17s in the air and some B-25s on your Spitfire or P-51, so you have to add a little weathering. I mean, back in these days, they did not clean their warbirds. They look like a black dot. That's how bad they didn't clean them at all. They were just so dirty, and yeah, but so on the Park Zone planes, they're not dirty. They're always clean, like they just came off the factory floor. So what I did is, in my other video, I added bullet holes, but today we are going to be adding weathering. They call it weathering. Check it out on Flight Test or Hobby Zone or Horizon. Weathering. So what weathering is like where oil is coming out of the gun, so it streaks on the airfoil. Right? There we go. The exhaust coming out of the muffler streaks on the airfoil. So we had that on both sides and on the other gun. But what other people mainly miss when they weather their planes is the cowling. Now I know I've had some scratches from hitting the runway, you know, tipping over. But other than that, don't look at the green part. Look at the weathering on this. I'm sorry for the crappy video and the quality in the video, but weathering. Now you might want to add on the tips, but I don't, because I always end up scratching them up somehow or something. But that's the good thing about Park Zone blades, they bend. But weathering on there. So what weathering you're going to do is put it anywhere that, you know, dirt might get caught up or anything, oil flying back through the air is going to get stuck on. So here's on my Spitfire, I'll show you that. I did the same thing with the guns and everything on top, so it's not that dirty. I shaded in this beautiful spinner, and then where I scratched a cowling one time on a bad landing, or takeoff, I just kind of shaded that in, because, you know, it got pretty dirty landing on them dirty runways. Then on my guns, I painted mine black because I didn't like how they were just solid green. They didn't look real to me. Even though this is off scale, I know it's just black now because they look way better. I had a scratch here. I just filled it in with some weathering after coming off the gun. On my air scoop, I filled that baby in with some weathering. Because you ask me, you're flying along, that's the first thing that's going to get hit with oil coming from the motor, the spinner, the prop, everything. It's just going to fly up on that, especially around the corners. Get it real deep, dark around the corners, and then right hand here underneath the lip. Some people put it under the landing gear or around the landing gear. I thought I didn't need to do that because I already have it on my radiators, and I got the sides of the radiators, and yeah, you gotta get the radiators good because, you know, they get it the most. Do it on the antenna too, and on tail wheels, because tail wheels hit and bounce off the ground. Wet landing gear, whatever, it's gonna streak. So other than that, that is weathering on your Park Zone warbirds. So please subscribe and like this video, and this is Bushflyer 12 out. Okay guys, sorry about that last video. I forgot to say one thing. So what most people use is they use chalk, or, you know, so, I use this stuff that's like, it's called chalk, but I got it at the craft store, and it's meant for like paintings or stuff. You scrape it off and you make your own paint or something. But I scrape it off and it gets your fingers black, so make sure you have some paper towels, and do not touch any place at the plane you do not want mist it. And then take 3 paintbrushes, fine tip, medium tip, and fat tip. Dip it in, and you're just going to wipe it all over the plane, make it real dirty where you want the dirt. Let's say I'm doing it these 3 in the cowling. Then you're going to take a can of air. So this is what the can of air looks like. I use Dust Off Air Original, and you're just going to blow it off. Not like extremely hold it on there, make it all go off, but just blow it so you get the excess off. Then you kind of want to scruff it up your fingers just a little more if you want. That's what I do, but some other people do it. Then there's 2 different things you need to do. You need to get Crivant or Quadvant, the paint kind, clear. Now I got the flat clear because it looks more rustic, because, you know, grease isn't shiny. But I'll show you what happens if you use the wrong one. I'll grab down here and grab my Mosquito. Now I used the wrong kind, so it melted the foam. So I had to redo it and paint it, and it looks real bad on the side. But if you use the right kind, it should come out clear, like I sprayed it on all those planes. Now the reason we put it in clear is that way transporting, or you grab the plane or something, you don't want black stuff on your hand. What do you got to shake some fancy guy's hand? So you're just going to spray it on the main parts. I just do a 1, 2 on that, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, because there's 2 sides. Just do that on it. On the Cowlin, I just kind of did a circular motion, and on the spinner too, I just kind of spun the propeller and shot it up. It will not unbalance your prop, but you want to get the right kind. I always test it on like the battery part or the fuse, or like so. I did on the P-51 too. So what I do is I always pull off the canopy, because no one's going to see this, right? It's on the plane, and I spray it in here. Now, if it does not melt the foam here, this is the same foam that's on your plane, so it's safe to use on your plane. But don't coat it on heavy, because then it might have a chemical reaction or something. So just do light sprays, layers. Now you only need 2 layers about clear, because that's all you need. But now look, I did mine. Clean hands. So thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe.